Personal image is an incredible business tool that is often overlooked or worse, taken for granted. Visualize a successful corporate businesswoman. Does she look like me?
Yeah.
You know what happens when you have a good hair day? Everything falls into place. And when you have a lousy one, don't you find you run into people you haven't seen in 10 years? Somehow it affects our level of confidence, doesn't it? And the good news is that we have a lot of control over how others see us.
They were in pretty crisp business attire. The thing was, they were a landscaping company. So they realized that the customer experience and the customer relationship starts the moment the customer meets you. And I thought, wow. We were so impressed that we actually featured them on our newsletter that month. Visualize how your clients are visualizing you.
The objective of networking is to meet 2 or 3 new people, reconnect with the same number, and we can go home even before we go to the event.
We call it conversational networking, the type we do. It's building conversation, building relationships, getting to know people, and trusting that the business will come. Etiquette and manners, sometimes people use the words interchangeably, but they're actually kind of different. Etiquette is the rules. Manners is how you apply the rules.
I would suggest that you put yourself in the mind frame of your clients and think about how they would visualize a new customer walking into their place of business. We're firm believers in situational dressing.
So what do you think of when somebody gives you one of those real bone crushers?
I would say that they're aggressive, or at the very least that they have issues.
They have issues, yeah. And what about the weak and wimpy one, Joanne?
Oh, don't you hate that one? That's worse.
Has anybody got clammy hands? You know, hands that sometimes get a little sweaty in that? That happens all the time. So what do? Go like this?
Have you ever had a handshake where someone digs in with their fingers or their thumbs?
You can feel it. Yes. You can even hear it sometimes. You know that Star Trek has the prime directive. That's sort of the overlying rule of the universe. Well, the host mentality is the prime directive in business. Successful business doesn't exist without relationships. Knowing the rules and being a stickler for the rules doesn't always make for good relationships. Manners is more important.
A dark business suit with a high contrast shirt creates the image of formality, credibility, and authority.
If you treat everybody who comes in through your doors as a valued guest, and you're the good host, you will not go wrong.
Consider how others in your profession present themselves and be in that top 25%.
More than 60% of people now rate themselves as being shy. So what does that mean? Well, it means if you're not shy, every other person you meet is. Now look down your right hand. What lowercase letter do you see? D? D for drinks. B? B for bread plate. Okay? Hey, the food looks good. Share that with your kids when you get home.
It's a pretty good turnout.
Yeah, a lot of people here. It must be good speakers.
Mm-hmm.